This week on Jersey Matters, primary day in New Jersey is Tuesday. We have all four Republican candidates vying to run against Governor Phil Murphy. Will children have to wear masks when they return to school in the fall? Parents and teachers are split on the issue. And the hiring crisis hits the Jersey Shore hard. Welcome to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Menti. There are four candidates in the Republican gubernatorial primary election, and with Election Day only a couple of days away, today we give equal time to them all. And we begin with former Assemblyman Jack Ciattarelli from Hillsborough. Assemblyman, thank you so much for taking the time today. I know you've been really busy. We're recording this on Thursday, and you were just at a rally in Trenton. And the rally is to stop the continuance of Governor Murphy's executive orders. He's willing to give up his emergency power, but only if the legislature makes some of his executive orders the law, passes it in a bill. What were you protesting exactly?
We want our democracy back, Larry. And what people are protesting, and when I say people, I mean people from all around New Jersey, every color, every creed, and all political stripes, Republican, Democrat, and unaffiliated independent voters. We want our democracy back. These are two very significant bills, and they did not go through committee, which means the public hasn't had a chance to participate in a public discussion about the worthiness of these bills. Even a leading Democrat this morning called out the governor and the leadership for fast tracking these bills.
Explain to people what the bills exactly would do.
So this would bring an end to the state of emergency. That's actually a good thing, but it would codify certain executive orders that have been made over the past 15 months. And those are decisions that were made unilaterally by the governor. By codifying them, they'd be written into law and would stick.
And does that still include Executive Order 175, where children would have to continue to wear masks until December, the end of December?
What's confusing is we don't know exactly what executive orders would be codified, and therein lies the controversy. Of course, the governor gave us whiplash this past week again, Larry. 2 weeks ago, he said kids will be wearing masks in September based on no science. And then this past week, based on the public outcry, he said, well, we're keeping an open mind. I mean, come on, Governor, stop with the whiplash.
Let's talk about the race a little bit. I think most observers thought you had this in the bag, and then all of a sudden polls showed that you had some competition, and you've put out, I'm sure you didn't want to spend the money, you've had to put out some negative ads against Hirsch Singh. What, in your opinion, happened?
Larry, if ever there was a time not to take anything for granted in politics, this is it. Fact is, we've been very, very successful in raising a lot of money, large and small donations from people in all 21 counties. And we're going to go after any opponent that's throwing stones. One particular opponent is a liar and a loser. And we decided to reveal who he is, not just because we're going to guarantee our win in the primary, but because we want to make clear that he's not really part of the Republican Party. He's not about New Jersey. He's not about Republicans. He's all about himself.
Let me give a theory as to what is happening. And I think that many, many times what happens in New Jersey is a bellwether for the rest of the country right before the midterm elections. And I think that we underestimated the power of Donald Trump, that he is almost a litmus test for Republicans. And I think that there are some Republican voters that don't think that you endorse Trump enough, and they believe that Hirsch Singh embraces Trump. What do you want to say to those voters?
What I say is you are entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to vote for whoever you'd like in the primary, but there's only one guy that can beat Phil Murphy, and that's Jack Ciattarelli. And the goal is to beat Phil Murphy. But know this, Larry, I am very, very confident based on all the hard work we've put in, and we'll sprint through the finish line. We're going to win the primary, and then all 1.4 million Republicans are going to come together on the one thing they all agree on. Phil Murphy shouldn't get a second term. And there are a great many Democrats and unaffiliated independent voters that feel the same way. And proof of that was the Monmouth University poll of 3 weeks ago.
The most recent polls that you've been seeing, have your ads attacking Hirsch Singh had an effect?
We are in great position to win the primary. So our entire campaign has been very successful. But again, I'm going to point to that Monmouth University poll of 3 weeks ago. Less than one half of New Jerseyans said they were voting for Phil Murphy in November. But that doesn't mean this is going to be easy. We need the right candidate, the right message, the right energy, the right team, and the right fundraising effort. Ciattarelli for governor offers all that and more.
I want to bring up the debate you had at New Jersey 101.5 a week ago, because a lot was made of what happened backstage. It was, you were on, you didn't see any of this, but of course we've all seen the video of the campaign manager of Hirsch Singh going after your wife. When you heard about it, when you saw that, what was your reaction?
When I heard about it, I was very upset. But when I saw the video and the way that Melinda handled herself, defended me, and most especially the way she defended her 4 children, I was proud and, quite frankly, A-OK with the way that she handled it. She's a new rock star, Larry. A lot of people have asked me to make her the lieutenant governor, and some people have said they're writing her name in for governor in the primary. So she's my biggest worry.
Yeah, you don't want that. One last thing, and we're going to talk to all the candidates. I want to make sure that you get this. We're a couple of days away from the primary election, and I wanted to allow you to have one last pitch to the voters.
Well, listen, I'm somebody who's been here my whole life. The Ciattarellis have been in New Jersey for 100 years, and I'm a 2-time successful business owner on Main Street. I've met the payroll. I've employed fellow New Jerseyans. I'm an MBA CPA. And I've also served at every level of government, term limited myself each time. So I know what local security, law enforcement, and potholes are all about. I know what infrastructure and social services are about. And after 6 years in Trenton, I know what waste, corruption, and inefficiency is all about. That's a very unique background. I've got some very specific ideas on how to fix New Jersey. And I don't think that Phil Murphy is in our best interest. This isn't a stepping stone for me. This is my last stop. I don't want to go to Washington. Quite frankly, I've already had the 3 best titles in the world: husband, father, and owner, CEO. So for me, as a proud New Jerseyan, this is all about setting a new direction for our state and making New Jersey a place where people feel confident. They can get started, live, work, start a business, and retire. That's what my goal is.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you, Larry.
Republican gubernatorial candidate Jack Ciattarelli. Up next, we'll talk with the man who is giving Jack Ciattarelli a run for his money, Hirsch Singh. That's next.